Known as the King of Pop, Michael Jackson was a best-selling American singer, songwriter, and dancer. As a child, Jackson became the lead singer of his family's popular Motown group, the Jackson 5. In his later years, Jackson was dogged by allegations of child molestation. He died in 2009 at age 50 of a drug overdose, just before launching a comeback tour.
Michael Joseph Jackson was born on August 29, 1958, in Gary, Indiana. Under his father's encouragement, Jackson's career in music began at the age of 5. Jackson's mother, Katherine Jackson, was a homemaker and a devout Jehovah's Witness. His father, Joseph Jackson, had been a guitarist who put aside his musical aspirations to provide for his family as a crane operator. Behind the scenes, Joseph pushed his sons to succeed. He was also reportedly known to become violent with them. Jackson was one of 10 children. 9 Jackson siblings all made marks in the music industry. A preternaturally gifted singer and dancer, Jackson first rose to stardom in 1969 as the 11-year-old frontman for his family's band, the Jackson 5. As remarkable a run as the Jackson 5 had at the dawn of the 70s, each of their first 4 singles went to number 1, and they stayed near the top of the charts for the next 5 years. It all served as a preamble to Jackson's solo career. Off the Wall, the dazzling 1979 album, co-produced by Quincy Jones, announced Jackson as a mature talent, and the singles Don't Stop Till You Get Enough and Rock With You turned it into a blockbuster. Despite its success, Jackson believed Off the Wall was pigeonholed as an R&B record. Determined to break through this glass ceiling, he reunited with Jones to create Thriller, the 1982 album that shattered every music record on the books. Thriller was designed to appeal to every audience, and its diversity was evident by its guests. He enlisted Eddie Van Halen to play guitar on the hard rock of Beat It, while inviting Paul McCartney to duet on the chipper soft pop tune The Girl Is Mine. Jackson also expanded the horizons of soul and dance music, producing pioneering masterpieces like Billie Jean. This single provided Thriller with its 1983 breakthrough, thanks in part to its groundbreaking music video, which became the first clip from a black artist to enter steady rotation on the fledgling MTV. Jackson's smashing of the network's racial barriers was only one aspect of Thriller's unprecedented crossover. 7 of his 9 songs were top 10 hits. It earned 8 Grammy Awards and topped the Billboard charts for 37 weeks, matching its American success internationally to become the biggest-selling album of all time, earning 32 platinum certifications in the US and moving over 100 million albums worldwide. Such a phenomenal triumph pushed Jackson into the stratosphere, and Bad, the eagerly anticipated 1987 sequel to Thriller, co-produced once again with Quincy Jones, kept him there, generating 5 number-one singles on the Billboard charts and selling 30 million copies internationally, 2/3 of which were outside of the US. Jackson parted ways with Jones for 1991's Dangerous, another global blockbuster. History, a 1995 double-disc set that paired a disc of hits with a new album, produced a couple of international number-one singles. Invincible, his 2001 album, turned out to be his last. Health problems culminated in his untimely death in the summer of 2009, but at that point, Jackson's legend was safe. He stood alongside Louis Armstrong, Frank Sinatra, Hank Williams, Elvis Presley, Miles Davis, and Bob Dylan as one of the musicians that created the sound of America in the 20th century. In August 1994, Jackson announced that he had married Lisa Marie Presley, daughter of rock icon Elvis Presley. The couple gave a joint television interview with Diane Sawyer, but the union proved to be short-lived. They divorced in 1996. Many felt that the marriage was an attempt to improve his public image. Later that same year, Jackson wed nurse Debbie Rowe. The couple divorced in 1999. Jackson and Rowe had 2 children through artificial insemination. Son Michael Joseph Prince Jackson Jr., born in 1997, and daughter Paris Michael Catherine Jackson, born in 1998. When Rowe and Jackson divorced, Michael received full custody of their 2 children. Jackson would go on to have a 3rd child, Prince Michael Blanket Jackson II, with an unknown surrogate. After Jackson's death in June 2009, his children were placed in the care of their grandmother, Catherine Jackson, as dictated in his will. In respect to their father's wishes, Prince, Paris, and Blanket were largely kept out of the limelight. They stepped up to the mic in 2009 to speak to fans at their father's funeral, and again in January 2010 to accept a posthumous Lifetime Achievement Award for their father at the Grammys.